Okay, so today we're going to dive into something pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's all about redefining purpose,
Ooh, I love that.
specifically
Yeah.
after 50.
Oh.
So we're looking at chapter 3 of Reclaiming Your Radiance by Liesl Van Rooyen.
Awesome.
And this is a practical guide to rediscovering purpose and joy after 50.
Love it.
And I think this could be so relevant for our listeners.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know about you, but, hitting 50
Yeah.
or being over 50,
It's a big one.
you kind of think like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, what do I want this next chapter to look like?
Totally.
And I think so many people can relate to that.
It's like you've spent so much time
Yes.
focusing on everybody else.
Right. Kids, partners, jobs,
Yeah, your career.
all of that. And now it's like, wait a second, what about me?
What about me?
Yeah. And the book even calls this like an inflection point.
I love that.
And they have this great metaphor. It's like inheriting an unfinished quilt from your grandmother.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. It's got all these memories and patterns from her life, but it's not done.
Yeah.
You could just put it away.
Right.
But what if you added your own stitches to it?
Beautiful.
Your own story? That's what this whole redefining purpose thing is all about.
Absolutely. I love that visual.
Yeah.
I love that metaphor.
And in fact, the book even tells a story about a woman. Her name's Margaret.
Okay.
She inherits this quilt, feels totally overwhelmed at first,
Yeah.
but then as she adds her own little touches,
Yeah.
she rediscovers this purpose.
Oh, wow.
She didn't even know she was missing.
That's powerful. It's like honoring the past, but also creating something new.
Exactly.
It's not about throwing everything away,
Yeah.
but it's about building on what's already there.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty of why this matters, okay?
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Why is it so important to even bother with this whole redefining purpose thing, especially when we're, 50 and over?
Yeah.
Like we said, we've already built these careers and families,
Yeah.
maybe even retired.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of like too late to start shaking things up?
I mean, that's what it feels like.
Right.
But think about it this way.
Yeah.
For so many of us, those roles that we had, parent, partner,
Professional.
those were the things that defined our lives
Yeah.
for so long.
Uh-huh.
But now those things might be changing.
Right.
Maybe the kids have flown the coop.
Yeah.
Maybe we are, like you said, retired. Or maybe we're just realizing
Yeah.
those roles don't quite fit the same way anymore.
They don't.
And that's where this beautiful opportunity comes in
Okay.
to kind of align
Okay.
our purpose with our passions, our values, and our dreams.
I love that. Aligning it, like getting everything on the same page.
Yeah.
It's almost like a,
A recalibration.
Yes,
Have
exactly.
you felt that?
You know what? I actually have.
Yeah.
I have caught myself recently thinking, well, if not now, when?
Yeah.
When am I going to do the things I want to do?
Yeah.
But then I run into this roadblock.
Yeah, what's that?
Like, how do I even figure out what those things are? What
Right.
matters to me now?
Yeah.
I mean, things have changed, right?
It's
not the same as it was 20 years ago.
Totally. And the book kind of lays out this beautiful framework
Okay, tell me.
for us to unpack that. And they talk about 3 pillars.
Okay.
And the first one they talk about are passions.
Passions, okay.
Yeah, those are the activities
Yeah.
that really light you up,
Oh, I like that.
that make you lose track of time.
Oh, yes.
They energize you, they ignite your curiosity.
Like for me, I've recently tried pottery.
Oh, fun.
It's been so fun.
Yeah.
It's like I lose myself in the process.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get so focused.
Yeah.
And it's just so much fun to try something new.
Exactly. It's about trying new things.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, that's just one example.
But speaking of things changing,
Yeah.
the second pillar is values.
Ah, yes.
And I love this one because, what we valued maybe 20, 30 years ago,
Totally different now.
completely different.
Our priorities shift.
Yes,
Our
absolutely.
experiences shape us.
Yeah.
So it's natural that those values evolve.
And then the third one,
Yes.
this is my favorite,
Tell me.
it's dreams.
Oh, dreams.
Those aspirations that we've maybe put on the back burner for so long.
The someday list.
Yes. And the book actually has this amazing story about this woman, Maria.
Okay.
Her kids left home, and you know what? She rediscovered her passion for writing.
Oh, wow.
She'd always loved to write,
Yeah.
but she'd put it off, you
Yeah.
know?
Life got in the way.
Exactly. Kids, family, work, all of that.
Absolutely.
And so she finally started a blog,
Okay.
and then she wrote a memoir.
Wow. Good for her.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And now she's living this life she only dreamed of before.
I love that. And it's so inspiring to see
It is.
people actually take that leap.
It is inspiring, but it also makes me wonder about all the things that hold us back,
Oh, yeah.
right? All those roadblocks.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to get excited about these stories, but then you think, well, it's too late for me, or what will people think?
Yes, those are the things that creep into our minds.
Yes. What are some of those hurdles that the book talks about?
So one of the big ones is limiting beliefs.
Okay, yeah.
We tell ourselves these stories
Oh, yeah.
like, I'm too old,
Well, I've been there.
it's too risky, I'm not good enough.
Uh-huh.
And those thoughts, they can be so paralyzing,
It really can.
and they stop us from moving forward.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like the I'm too old one, that one gets me sometimes.
Yeah.
But what I love is how the book reframes that.
Tell me.
It says, and I love this, I have the wisdom and experience to succeed in anything I choose.
Powerful, isn't it?
It is.
It's like taking that negative thought
Uh-huh.
and flipping it on its head.
Yes. It's like, wait a minute. I actually have an advantage here.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think that's something we really need to remember as, women over 50.
Absolutely. We have so much to offer.
Okay, so let's say we've ditched those limiting beliefs.
Okay.
We're feeling good. We're feeling inspired.
Yes.
What's next in this whole redefining purpose process?
So the book outlines this really cool 3-step process.
Okay.
And step 1 is all about reflecting on the past.
Interesting.
So looking back at your life,
Yeah.
pinpointing those moments of genuine fulfillment.
Oh, I like that.
And the book even suggests writing about 3 joyful experiences.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It can be anything big or small,
Yeah.
but it's amazing how powerful that can be.
Yeah.
To just revisit those memories and see what sparks.
So it's almost like those experiences, those joyful experiences, hold clues
They do.
to what really makes us tick.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. So we've reflected on the past.
Yes.
What's the next step?
The next step is to assess the present.
Okay.
So really taking stock of what's going on in your life right now.
Okay.
What are you passionate about?
Yeah.
What have you been neglecting that might bring you joy?
Oh, that's good.
And the book actually has a really cool exercise for this.
Oh, tell me.
It says, list 3 things you'd love to try.
Okay.
Just 3.
Okay.
And then write down one tiny step
Oh, that's good.
towards each one of those things.
I love that because it feels less overwhelming,
Yep.
right? Because sometimes you think, oh my gosh, I have to do all these things, but it's just one little step.
Just one little step at a time.
Okay, so we've reflected on the
Yep.
past.
Yes.
We've assessed the present.
Yeah.
What's the final step?
So the final step is to visualize the future.
Okay.
So really close your eyes.
Uh-huh.
Imagine your ideal life in vivid detail.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
Who are you surrounded by?
Okay, I like that.
And, create a vision board, journal about it, whatever works for you. But the key is to make it feel real.
Oh, I love that, making it feel real.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone through this whole process. We've reflected, we've assessed, we've visualized. But now how do we capture all of this? How do we make it stick?
That's where the purpose statement comes in.
Okay, tell me more.
It's kind of like this concise expression
Okay.
of what motivates you and what fulfills you.
It's almost like a mission statement,
It is
but for your life,
for your life, exactly.
not just your career.
Not just your 9 to 5.
Okay, so how do we actually craft this purpose statement?
So start by considering those 3 pillars we talked about.
Okay.
Your passions, your values, and your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And think about what are the common threads?
Got it.
What are the things that come up again and again?
Yeah.
And then try and capture those things in
Yeah.
a few sentences.
Right.
And don't be afraid to refine it over time
Uh-huh.
until it feels really authentic and inspiring to you.
So it's a work in progress.
It is.
I like that. It's not like you have to get it perfect the first time.
Exactly. It can evolve.
Okay, so to wrap things up, what does all of this mean for our listeners?
So your purpose, it acts as a guiding force in your life,
Okay.
especially as we go through these transitions and opportunities.
And especially after 50, right?
Especially after 50.
When things are changing.
Things are shifting.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like that Picasso quote. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away.
Oh, I love that quote.
I do too. It's so powerful.
It is.
And so for our listeners out there,
Yes.
I want you to think about, what is your gift? What are you going to share with the world?
How are you to reclaim your radiance?
Yeah, how are you going to reclaim your radiance? And if you are looking for guidance on that journey, I highly recommend checking out Reclaiming Your Radiance by Liesl Van Rooyen.
Such a good book.
It launches on January 26, 2025. So be sure to grab a copy And until next time, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.